Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Make Art with Mrs. M. I am Mrs. M, and today I have a still life here that is using the techniques of an artist that I love named Roy Lichtenstein. He was a pop artist, and he liked to use the Ben-Day dots to render his art, to make his objects. And so I've used some solids, I've used some textured paper with the Ben-Day dots that I made using bubble wraps to create the objects for this collage of a still life showing products of Virginia from the Blue Ridge Mountain region. The products there that students learn about in fourth grade is dairy products and apples. That's what comes from that region. So we're going to take our time to cut out some shapes, assemble them in collage, and come up with a different type of still life than I did this first time here. In fact, I think I'll turn my paper horizontally instead of vertically so that it works better on the camera. So as I move this to the side, you can see here I still have some of my dot making equipment. I have been going Ben-Day dot crazy. I have lots of papers that are textured with the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. Lots that have been used with the bubble wrap to make prints and things like that. So I'm grabbing that. Then I'm also going to grab some that are solid colored that don't have anything on them to use in my collage as well. So I've gathered my supplies, and as I put that to the side, I'm bringing out the sketchbook because often I gather ideas first by sketching and just thinking about what I would add. So I was thinking about all the different containers that dairy products might come in. Some of them are more old-fashioned, like this metal milk churn. I've seen these before, but I've never drank milk from one of these. I wonder if people still do. I get my milk either out of a plastic gallon jug or a milk carton. Some farms locally will deliver milk to your front door in glass bottles, and I think that's wonderful, and that's a nice practice because you can put them back out and the company will reuse them, sanitize them, reuse them for the next time. You don't have to worry about the waste with these two containers. So I'm going to use, I think I'll try the milk churn. I think I'll try that one. So I'm going to draw it first and then cut it out. So let's get ready. All right. So on the back of this paper, I'm going to draw it. It's going to be one of the bigger things on the page. So I'm going to draw it and cut it out. And I remember how to draw it because I've just drawn it in my sketchbook. And there were handles that went like this. Okay. So when I cut it out, and this has yellow Ben-Day dots on it, so that's the way it's going to look. Lichtenstein did a lot of still lifes of different things, fruits, vegetables, and objects that you normally see in a still life, like bottles, things that were very simple to do, like containers and bottles. So that's gone. And sometimes there were bananas, cheese, apples, other kinds of fruit. I think there were even plums one time. And he wouldn't use a lot of colors. He would just use a few colors. So since I already have lots of this, red, yellow, and blue, I'm going to go ahead, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and let those be the colors that I choose to use. All right, so I have lots of painted papers and more that I have found, and I think all of my apples, look at that. That's kind of sparkly, shimmery, and I don't even remember when I did that, but that's bound to be an apple. So I'm going to draw an apple on the back of this. Yes. And cut it out. In fact, I think I will make some solid color apples just by stacking this on top. I think I might even make a yellow apple. So I have 2 red apples and 1 yellow apple. And I'm just going to cut through here. Cut through 3 pieces at one time to keep the shape of the apples similar. I think the direction they'll be turned in will be different, so that will make it wonderful. So there's 1, the sparkly apple, 1 solid apple, and 1 yellow apple. Okay, let's see, what else could I add to my design? I think I might even go as far as to do a carton on this one. Let's see, maybe not. I think I'll make my carton blue. I haven't done anything blue. I'll use solid blue to do the carton. So I'll draw the carton. I always start with the little square part underneath and then do the sides. There's a lot of parallel lines when doing the sides of a milk carton. Okay. Now, the pencil marks I'm not so worried about because I'm going to turn this over to the front side. And I think I might even add some details on the front of this carton with some of the dotted paper so that it's just not the boring blue. So it'll be turned this way. And then I'll just take a piece of this for one of the sides. And I'll have to cut it at an angle. More of an angle. Very good. That will look amazing. Okay, so now I'm ready to put my collage together. So I'm going to pause after I clean off my desk and come back. Okay, so I've started putting the composition together and I realized I need more balance. So I know I want this over to this side and this will probably be here, but I think in the middle is where I want the apples to go, and I think I need them to be in a bowl. So in order for this to look bowl-ish, I'm going to make a curved line here that comes almost all the way to the bottom. And then I'm just going to cut straight down so it's in one of those bowls that has a little rim, a little pedestal at the bottom, like so, like that. All right, very good. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add like something for the tablecloth underneath because there is just too much white space and it's making me crazy. So I'll cut a piece of this for like a piece of tablecloth on the table. Very good. So as I assemble this, I'm thinking about the primary colors, I'm thinking about my composition, and that's the good thing about doing a collage because I don't have to erase. I just have to wait to glue things down and be sure about it before I glue them down, and then I can move things around. So this will go here and here, and this will go here, and then this will go in front of these two. See how that works? So we have some overlapping going on. So let me do what's in the back first. And so the pencil marks that are from this drawing that I made of the milk carton won't be seen. They'll be covered up. Milk carton, side of milk carton. I'm sure there's more details I could add, but for in the way we need to use time for this video, I think I'm just going to quickly add just a few things there. I love the bubble wrap pattern, and I see why Roy Lichtenstein used it so much himself because it's just beautiful. I mean, I'm I'm a person that really likes polka dots. I love polka dots. So I find this all very appealing. So, okay, so for the apples, that will be on the table. So I'll definitely have to put one here, then I'll add one here, and then I'll add one here. And I'm going to have them going in different directions because I don't want this to be boring. All right. So I'm going to put a little glue at the bottom of my bowl so that when I'm putting the apples in, I'm actually putting the apples in the bowl. But I'll start with the red ones first. So make sure it's not doing anything weird going out of the side of the bowl. But let's just imagine there's more apples underneath that are making these apples appear to be sitting up so high in this bowl. Then the yellow one's going to be turned on its sideways, right down in there. Okay. Let's add some stems. So I have some scrap pieces here. That will be perfect for stems from the bubble wrap, from the other colors that I've used. Ooh, I have this blue that is a little bit different than the others, but I'll take it. I'll add some stems on these apples. And I hope you notice it's not taking gobs and gobs of glue to make this happen. So I scoop this back down to the screen and you can see. Now what I'll do is go back and I'll add the black lines that really make this still life pop. And so the things that I knew about this handle is that it came around to the front, but it went under like this.
Good afternoon, teachers and students. This is now time for dismissal. We need all campus of students, daycare name item students, and classroom rec students. Please be dismissed.
Well, you heard that. It's dismissal time. All right, if you look at there, I have finished just in time for dismissal. The bells are ringing, and it is time. I hope you enjoyed this time with me. I enjoy creating this video for you. This is how I do a Roy Lichtenstein style pop art still life. Thanks for joining me.